Blood on my hands, dirty money, is it worth it? Stacking cash bundles, counting 20s, 50s, 100s. The world is mine, I take it how I earned it, and I did it all on purpose. I'm the king of circles. Smooth is the business, yeah, I'm forever hustling. Snakes and rats clocking earnings, they be hating. Baby, you know I'm working my life, I be living. I'm reaping my riches, I'm the king of circles. I'm the king of circles. King of Circles, novel by Kingg Double. Chapter 3, Family First. Wyatt stays in the same neighborhood as his best friend Keon. They were both on the same football team in high school. Wyatt was the QB, number 7 with the bullet arm. His tall, slender height and QB vision kept him alert and observant of his surroundings. Keon was the star running back, number 13, with bulldozing power. He was very powerful and strong, with the speed of a cheetah. Everything that Keon did was hard and fast, in real life and on the field. He would break through any formation. All Wyatt had to do was toss him the ball. Keon was guaranteed to get the first down or score in the red zone. They would have gone to the Super Bowl, but problems arose. During the playoff finals, they were both arrested by school security. The arresting security officer was friends with the head coach. Coach Williams put in a good word for the two boys. The agreement was for them to not play in the playoffs. Well, these two boys together were the team. Without them playing, the game was already lost. They went 10-2, and the season was over. Although the police were never officially involved with Keon and Wyatt, they did get 10 days suspension. Those 2 weeks in the hood changed their life forever. They learned that there was money in these streets. Soon getting money became more important than getting good grades. Keon ended up doing a year and a day in JDC. Wyatt got his high school sweetheart pregnant. Vieira was a year under Wyatt when she became pregnant. She was one semester before her high school graduation. He promised her he would buy them a house if she graduated. She did, he did. He was proud of her graduation gown with the big belly. She finished high school. He never finished the 11th grade. The house was not much, but it was a home. They have been living here for the past 4 years. It was a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom rent-to-own with past due mortgage payments. The last few months have been bad for Vieira and Wyatt. Wyatt had just been released from the county jail. He was put on 36 months probation for possession of narcotics. He promised her he'll never sell drugs again. "Hey, baby, are the kids still sleeping?" Wyatt says as he changed the channels on the TV. Vieira comes to the living room and sits on the couch next to him. She leans in close towards Wyatt, licking her lips, and then looks towards the back room and back into his eyes. She says softly, "Last time I checked, they were sleeping, thank God. Now we could get some alone time." She reaches in and gives him a wet kiss on the lips, all the while rubbing her hand on his chest. Wyatt kisses her back. "Yeah, baby, you sure know how to set the mood. No kids and wet lips, my favorite." "Oh yeah? My lips are your favorite, huh? I'm still your favorite after all these years?" She kisses him again. "You will always be my favorite, baby." Kisses her again, this time adding a little tongue. "No matter how many years we spend in each other's arms, you will always be my favorite, and I will always be in your arms." Baby, I know." Vieira leans in. "Are you trying to seduce me, Mr. Baker?" Wyatt whispers in her ear, "Maybe I am, Mrs. Baker." He takes the lead, leans back, and lays her body on top of him. Wyatt grabs Vieira's freshly permed hair. She only allows her hair to be touched at times like this. Wyatt took full advantage. Vieira resisted at first, but then gave in to Wyatt's masculine ways. She melted, and he was able to have his way with her. She adored him. She relaxed. With one hand on her thigh and the other in her hair, he pulls her neck closer to his face. She became so close that they were touching nose to nose, looking eye to eye, heart beating as one, pounding against each other. Wyatt began to deeply kiss Vieira. He rubs his hands up her thigh slowly, Her skin was flawless. No scars, no bumps, no hair. Just smooth, good-smelling skin. He took his time, rubbed it in small circles until he reached the top of her smooth legs. He closed his eyes and grabbed her bare butt. To his surprise, she did not have any panties on. It was still early in the morning. She still had on her silk nightgown and nothing else. Her booty was round and soft. He squeezed it with both hands. It was perfect. The timing was right. It was as if she had already knew the kids were sleeping and it was officially their alone time. She was ready. He was getting horny. She grabs her hips deeper into his hands so that he could get a better grip. His fingers was getting wetter every time he reached between her firm, soft butt cheeks, touching her peachy muff. He slides his fingers around her thighs, pushing the tip of his middle and ring finger inside her love box. It was warm and wet with his touch. He caressed her juicy walls with one hand while squeezing her butt cheeks against his other palm. Her juice box was getting full, running down her leg. Wyatt had been in love with Viera's juice box for as long as he could remember, and she was in love with his massive cock as well. They could not keep their hands off each other, hence why they have 4 kids, and well on their way to baby number 5. Viera grabs the strings on his cotton pants. She pulled the strings slowly, untying the waist belt, waiting for her package to be revealed. Wyatt was already throbbing hard through his jogging pants. Viera reached in and grabbed him, pulling his pants down. His dick jumped out at her. At first sight, she hides it under her nightgown, pressing it against her stomach, rubbing his head on her belly button. Suddenly, she sits up and slams his rock-hard package inside her love box. In a such a cut motion, his penis was wrapped inside her vagina. Yoga and Kegels kept her walls with a super tight grip. Wyatt flinched at first, and then he relaxed, enjoying every feeling from all of her warm wetness. "Yeah, baby, you are my favorite," Wyatt says as he enters deeper into his wife's womb. "I know," she said, grinding her pelvic bone deeper against his shaft and balls. She held her head back and picked up her motion. He rubbed his fingers through her hair and pinched her perky brown nipples. Wyatt reached under her gown and takes it off in one swift motion. Viera is completely nude. They are grinding their hips in a seductive motion. She puts her hands on his chest and arched her back, making her grip on his cock tighter. Her boobs sat just inches from his face. He could suck or kiss on them anytime he pleased. This was her signature move and he loved it. He arched his pelvis and braced his hips for the ride. Soon as it started to get good to both of them, they heard loud music coming from outside. The music was so loud, the windows in the house were shaking. Somebody was in their driveway. "What's that?" Viera says without missing a beat. "I don't know, it sounds like Drop. You know his music loud as fuck." Wyatt replies that he's tried to get a few more strokes in. "Get up, baby, let me check." Wyatt gets up and looks in the blinds. "Yeah, baby, it's Drop. I'll go and see what he wants before he wakes up the entire house." Wyatt walks outside. Keon jumps out of the car, leaving the door open. The music gets louder. "What's good, fam?" Keon yells with excitement still in his voice. "Shh! Chill out. Turn that music down. It's too early in the morning for that." Wyatt looks back at the blinds to see if Viera was watching. She wasn't. "You know my kids are still sleeping. Turn it down before you wake up the whole hood." Keon turns around and cuts off his music. "My bad, man. How are the wife and the kids doing?" Wyatt relaxes on the hood of Keon's car. Everything good. They just cost. I got 5 miles to feed now, boy. And with this newborn baby, my money's really been tight. Damn, man. I feel that, Drop said Sally, but then gets back excited. You need to come ride with me tonight. I'm going to pick up this work. I'm talking about a whole flock of birds. Wyatt does not believe what he's hearing. Man, bullshit. Where would you get that kind of money from? I'm not robbing anybody. No, not a jack move. I'm talking about so many circles, we would have the whole hood on lock. Drop assures him. I got this. Don't worry, man. When have you known me to not make the play? I always score, and this is the big one. Wyatt is still not convinced. I don't know, man. I'm on probation. You know I don't fuck off anymore. Keon looks down at the ground. Yeah, I know. Miss Vieira Baker got you on lockdown. He shakes his head, then looks up at Wyatt. Ever since you been married, you got lame. Lame? Wyatt is offended. I had kids now. I can't be out here risking my life in the streets for nothing. Keon gets excited again. Get that money for your kids. You were always talking about how broke you are, how your mortgage is behind. You were never broke when we were in these streets. Never. Wyatt thinks about it. Yeah, you right. But I can't risk jail. I'm already on probation. I have to be here for my kids. I don't want them to grow up watching me from jail. Man, we not back at high school doing dumb crimes anymore. Keon moves in closer. This the big money right here. He looks around and starts whispering to Wyatt. I'm talking birds. We'll be straight for life. All you have to do is ride with me and watch my back like the old days. Come here, let me show you I'm for real. Get in the car. Keon reaches in the back seat of the car, grabs the backpack, then throws it into Wyatt's lap. Open it. Keon points at the bag. Wyatt opens the backpack and sees the money. He takes out a handful. In disbelief, he says really low, Is it real? I told you, no more dumb crimes, Keon says with a huge grin on his face. I just need you to go with me to pick it up. We could flush this and take over the whole city, I'm telling you. Wyatt is starting to feel how real this money is. He sees how real Keon is about buying a kilo. He does need the money, and it's staring him in the face. At least $20,000 or $30,000 cash money. Keon was not bullshitting this time. Instantly, Wyatt's voice got serious. Okay, but who are we going to get the work from? Not Big Biz. When I was in the county, I heard the feds got him working. Well, if he's snitching, we can't fuck with him. Keon's still excited. Man, fuck Big Biz and all these fake gangsters out here. They're all snitching if you ask me. That's why I don't do business with these lames. I'm going outside the box to get this money. I'm going to Old Town. Wyatt is confused. Why Old Town? Who do you know out there? Man, I got a partner from prison that just got out, Keon explains. He told me when I get my money right to connect with him. He grabs the backpack from Wyatt. Well, the money is definitely right, and we're going tonight. Tonight? Wyatt says surprised. Drop, I don't know about tonight. Yeah, fool, tonight, Keon confirms. Or are you locked in with wifey tonight? Cakey won't bring home the bread. Keon puts his feet under the steering wheel and closes the car door. Come on. Get in and close the door. Let's go now. I got to go pick up Zeno before we head out. Wyatt looks at the sky and thinks about what Keon's saying. Okay, hold on. Let me tell Vieira. I'll be right back. Yeah, go ask Mama Wiz if you could come out and play, Keon teased. Wyatt walks into the house where his wife is sitting on the couch. She is feeding the baby in her lap. His son is sitting on the side couch next to her drinking a juice. Wyatt closes the door. I see Drop woke up the kids with his noise pollution. He calls a car. Vieira continues feeding the baby. Yeah, she woke up hungry. He came out as soon as you went outside, talking about where's my daddy. Wyatt smiles and rubs his son on the head. I'm right here, little man. Vieira looks up at her husband. Is everything okay? Wyatt replies, still looking down at their son. Yeah, everything is fine. Keon just wants me to ride with him. He got a job for me. Vera does not trust Keon. Never did. A job? Drop has never worked a day in his life. I hope he's not getting you into any trouble. You know you promised me. Yeah, baby, I know. Wyatt looks from his son to his wife. Baby, I'll be back. I'm just going to ride with Keon and Zeno to handle some business. Vera is disappointed. Oh my God. Zay and Drop in the same place? Those two together? That could only mean trouble. Vera stands up, patting the baby on the back. Baby, be safe out there. Oh yeah, why you out there handling business with your gangbanger friends? Can you bring back some milk and diapers? Wyatt kisses on the lips and says, okay, baby, no problem. Do you need anything else while I'm out? Walking into the bedroom to go change clothes. She follows him down the hallway, putting the kids in the bed and the baby in the crib. He goes to the bedroom and she locks the door behind him. There's one more thing I need from you before you go, she said, leaning against the lock door. They were alone again. Really? He asked teasingly, looking back at her from the closed door. Yes, really. She smiled, taking off her nightgown, turning off the lights. The morning glow from the sun lightly lit up the room. Her body was like a perfect glow. She rushed into his awaiting arms. She took off his shirt. They did not waste any time. They both knew this was going to be a quickie. The kissing and touching was fast and hard. He tightly grabbed her leg that was wrapped around him. She kept her head up, never unlocking her tongue from his. She shoved her hand in his jogging shorts, pumping his fast-growing rod. He spread his legs so she could get a better grip. Holding her bottom butt cheeks, he took his other hand and slid it against her vagina. She arched her hips forward so her shaved lips could poke out from around her thighs. He was ready. He picked her up, holding her steady as she slid her hips in position. Pulling her down, he slowly slid inside. His legs were getting weak, but he still pumped his way to the bed. She held onto his neck and moved her waist in tune with his hard, deep thrust. He slowly put her on the bed, missionary. The bouncing impact from the fall made him dive in deeper. She slid her legs far and wide, moaning with pleasure. He drilled her fast, deep, and hard. She was coming. Oh, shit, baby. She throws her butt cheeks off the bed against him until he came inside the back of her walls. They both relaxed together on the bed, looking at each other, not moving, not talking, just relaxing together. Only 4 minutes had went by, but to them, 4 minutes felt like 4 hours of pleasure. Wyatt slides his wet limp out of Vieira. She is still throbbing. He walks into the half bath, grabbing an old towel. After cleaning up, he goes into his closet, changes clothes, and behind the wall, he goes into his safe and grabs his gun, checks the clip, then grabs the second clip. He walks in his kids' room, looks in the room to check on them. Nobody noticed that at the door. They were watching cartoons. He sneaks back out of the room without them noticing. He goes back to the living room where his wife was waiting. Vieira confronts Wyatt. Hey, hon, is everything okay, babe? Wyatt reassures her. Yes, babe, everything is good. I'll be gone for a while, but I should be back by the night. Vieira agrees. Okay, baby, I love you. Wyatt walks closer and hugs Vieira. I love you too, baby. You just make sure you're ready for round 3 when I get back. Vieira smiles. Okay. Just make sure them crazy friends of yours bring you back in one piece. Vieira hugs Wyatt tighter, giving him a big kiss to remember. She had already thought her husband would probably never come back. She always felt that way when he left. She worried about him a lot. Promise me you will stay out of trouble. I promise, Wyatt confirms. I promise I will return in one piece. Stop worrying. She walks him to the door. He gives her another goodbye kiss, then opens the door and goes outside to Keon's car. What's up, Vieira? Keon hollers. Hello, Keon, Vieira says. Keon and Wyatt are driving. Wyatt turns down the music so Drop can hear him talk. Wyatt asks, so other than this money, how has life been? Keon is thinking about his backpack. He has no worries and is talking cocky. Other than this money? What is life without money? Wyatt is not impressed. No, man, your family. The other thing to live for. You know, your family. How Grandma Margie and Uncle Johnny doing? Keon calms down. Uncle Johnny's back in jail. Grandma, she's doing better now. Since my mama passed, she's been very humble. She's always nagging me, getting on me heavy about moving out her house and getting married. She's tripping big time. Wyatt laughs. She loves you, man. Wyatt continues. She just want to see you doing better with yourself. And of course, out of her house, Wyatt jokes. Drop, man, you're down there 24 years old and you still at Granny house. Maybe a wife could get you in line. Man, fuck that. Keon gets aggravated. I'm never, ever getting married. Grandma is always tripping, but she good, with or without me. After this deal here, I'm gonna buy a condo with my 3 bitches. Live life like a boss. Wyatt jokes again. Yeah, right. 3 bitches? You don't even have a girlfriend. Yeah, I do. My 3 bitches. Lucky Lucy, the meanest guard dog ever. And my juicy Susie, 50 clip Uzi. And my bottom bitch, Mary Jane. They both start laughing, knowing that Keon was talking about his weed, his favorite gun, and his loud ass barking dog. Wyatt continues laughing. Fool, you're stupid. You still have that ugly old gun? Hell yeah. Keep her right here in the dash, James Bond style for you. One switch and that's it. Juicy Susie will lay down the whole city block. Keon points at the button on the side of his dashboard and keep driving towards Zeno's house. He turns his music back up. His music is so loud that if the conversation was not over, it is now. King of Circles. King of Circles. King of Circles. Blood on my hands, dirty money, is it worth it? Stacking cash bundles, counting 20s, 50s, 100s. The world is mine, I take it how I earned it, and I did it all on purpose. I'm the king of circles. Smooth is the business, yeah, I'm forever hustling. Snakes and rats clocking earnings, they be hating. Baby, you know I'm working my life, I be living. I'm reaping my riches, I'm the king of circles. I'm the king of circles. King of Circles, novel by Kingg Double. Thank you for tuning in. This is the end of this chapter on King of Circles, novel by Kingg Double. To follow this audiobook series and many others from Kingg Double, please be sure to bookmark and add us, novels by Kingg Double. To send your love, support, and donations, you could Cash App us at $Kingg Double. That is Cash App at $KINGGDOUBLE. Thank you all for your support. To be our loyal friends and fans, follow us on all social networking platforms. The links are in the bio. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and tell a friend. Until next episode, stay tuned. Kingg Double.